Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Simplified by Jinal Shah. Today we're going to do a really small remedy, and that is Hypericum. Hypericum is from our injury remedies, and it is a very common question in all of the surgery theraps and as well as in Materia Medica, as well as in MCQ in regards to other injury remedies. So it's going to be a small video, a small presentation, but I will make sure that you know all the keynotes from Alan's keynotes. All right, let's get started. Okay, so this presentation took me quite some time, so I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, like, share, blah, 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 blah. So let's get started. Firstly, so this is the head of the person. Um, Hypericum ailments from what we commonly know as any injury, pinprick injury, needle injury, rat bites injury, but it also has an effect on fright, shock, and mesmerism. So if any person has had an effect of mesmerism on them or effect of shock or fright, post which they've had any concussive, like fall or nerve injuries, then hypericum could be thought of. So this is the first thing, removes bad effects of shock, fright, or mesmerism. This is like head being enlarged. So there's a sensation of vertigo in this remedy where it feels like the head is suddenly elongated, enlarged. It is mostly at night with an urging to urinate. So it is more characterized with the urge to urinate, this one symptom that the head feels enlarged or elongated. Along with that, if we find the urge to urinate, then this remedy could be thought of. Headache after a fall upon occiput, as we mentioned that it is a fall remedy, it is an injury remedy. So these symptoms will come into picture. An ailment from could or should be fall, injury, pinprick, needle, rat bite, mesmerism, shock, etc. at any part. So even at head, when there has been an injury at the occiput, there has to be a sensation as if the head is lifted high up into the air, which you could see here, like the head is lifted high up into the air. There could also be convulsions post-injury from fall, from height, or from blows on head. Okay, so this is the head symptom. Now let's go to the body. One thing that we commonly know is injury from treading on nails, pins, or splinters. So any pinpoint pricking injury on the edges of the fingers, Hypericum is a good remedy for that. Injury to part rich in sentin and nerve. So any part of your body that is a lot of nerve supply, which is extremely sensitive, Hypericum is a good remedy. We've seen in physiology that the number of sensory receptors are more at the fingers than they are at the back. So you could relate it with that way. It is good remedy for any injuries at any part that is rich in sentinel nerve or sensory nerves, especially fingers, toes, matrices of nails, palms or soles. Tetanus after traumatic injuries. Most common injuries is on hands and fingers while cutting vegetables or anything of that sort. So tetanus after any traumatic injury with an injury to sentinel nerve, hypericum is a good remedy. So far so good. Now this is sort of an attempt to draw stairs. What we do know about hypericum is that the person has a history of fall from stairs, very common, missing a stair, slipping on stair. But the important part in hypericum is that the person has to injure his coccyx, okay, or the butt bone. So ailment from mechanical injury of the spinal cord, concussion, pains after fall on coccyx or the tailbone. All right. Here are the legs. Pretend that he's falling. Yeah. So this is another important symptom. It preserves integrity of tone and lacerated muscles when almost entirely separated from body. Right. So if you see, this is like a toe piece, and Hypericum could be used even as a local application or an internal medication when there has been laceration. When it is almost entirely separated, this point we usually miss out. We attribute it to calendula, but Hypericum also has an affinity for the same. Okay, moving ahead, drawn a small rat. Like I've been talking about rat bite injuries. So rat bites, any injury, tetanus, lockjaw, Hypericum should be given along with the other modes of treatment, like of course along with dressing or injections. Hypericum should also be started. Slightest motion of arms or neck extorts cries. Spine very sensitive to touch. So the theme that we are seeing throughout the remedy is sensitiveness. There is great sensitiveness to the extent that slightest motion is going to cause the patient to cry out loud. Now another remedy which we could think of is bryonia, because bryonia also has extreme motion sensitivity. Then how do we differentiate? We see the sphere of action. Here it is in nerve-rich parts. Bryonia is more for joints, muscles. So in that way, we could think of Hypericum, because we most often looking at this modality prescribe bryonia and do not think about Hypericum. All right. Yeah, so this is Hypericum in short. I mean, the whole drug is done. We go from head to toe. Head enlarged, vertigo with urging to urinate, removes effect of shock and mesmerism. Head as if lifted up in the air, convulsion after blow on the head. Parts rich in sentinel nerve, any injury of any sort, tetanus, lockjaw. Fall on coccyx. Slightest motion of neck or arms will extort cries, prevents integrity of tone and lacerated muscles, and rat bites. So this is Hypericum, simplified version of it. I hope you enjoyed the video. You could check out other videos in the I button or in the description as well. Thank you for all the support that I have been receiving on this channel, and I'll try to be more punctual with posting the videos. Thank you.